Hey, what's going on? This is TNS Time and Space, and I would like to welcome you to episode 2 of Talk and Scroll. First, let me say congratulations to me because I didn't wait a whole year or a whole month to make another episode, working on developing that consistency. But also, before I begin, I would like to encourage you to like, comment, or subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be aware of any time I post new content. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, I would like to discuss this particular story. This is a sad story, actually, tremendous tragedy. The mother of one of actually not the mother of one of young Thug's children. Let me slow it down. The mother of Young Thug's child was shot and killed after a dispute over a bowling ball, and her name was Lakevia Jackson. She was 31 years old. And basically, what happened was she was at the Metro Fun Center bowling alley in Atlanta, Georgia, and there was a dispute over a bowling ball. And what happened was the alleged killer waited outside for 20 minutes after this dispute so that they could shoot Lakevia Jackson multiple times, and she later died from her injuries. So that's a tremendously sad story, awful tragedy. And I just wanted to discuss not only that, but also some of the comments, which is why this particular channel is called Talk and Scroll. So immediately, some people may say this person was trolling, either that or they have a complete lack of compassion. They said, she fucked around and found out, gotta pick your battles. Number one, that's tremendously insensitive. That's terrible. That's awful. This person got dragged in the comments, and understandably so. But the reason why is number one, they weren't there. So we don't know which battle this person chose or didn't choose. But another issue is the 20 minutes. So it's easy to say, it would be easy to say that she found out if the conflict was immediate or if something happened in the heat of the moment. But this was premeditated. It was 20 minutes later. Whatever it wasn't worth that. This wasn't a matter of self-defense, you know what I mean? This wasn't a matter of someone in the immediate aftermath of whatever the dispute was, and then they got shot. The killer had 20 minutes to devise a plan to kill this person over a dispute regarding a bowling ball. So people accurately point out, complete lack of compassion, and he murdered her over bowling. I don't know if it was a he or a she. So then this person said, damn, so you got the same mindset as the killer. That's terrible. So this person got dragged, and understandably so, as I said. So I just want to find this particular part. I don't know if I can find the actual comment, but the person that made the comment did say they stand by their statement. And someone said, that sounds cool until it's your own people. And this person responded, they said, your own people should know better than to argue about dumb shit. Of course, you could say that you shouldn't argue about a bowling ball, but that goes both ways. So it's also fair to say that your own people should know better than to shoot someone 20 minutes after arguing about a bowling ball. So that goes both ways. And it's unfortunate that some people would blame the victim. We weren't there. We don't know the particular situation, but no one deserves to die over something like that. So the person said, who said I was happy? She could have chose life and walked away. But that's the point. Obviously, somebody walked away, or both parties walked away, because they weren't in a dispute for 20 minutes. 20 minutes elapsed. They were leaving the bowling alley, and this person waited for the opportunity to kill them, as this person said. So basically, you're blaming her for her death, because if you are, well, I won't get into the whole racial part, but I guess I'll read it. It's fine. We are doing Talk and Scroll. So basically, you're blaming her for her death, because if you are, you sound like white folks who blame every black man gunned down. Police, right or wrong, you sound like them. The shooter left and came back. Once the shooter left, that situation should have been over, but according to you, she deserves bullets. So I won't get into the racial aspect. I don't like to paint people with a broad brush. There are certainly people of all races and ethnicities who have differing beliefs and views and what have you, so I don't like to do that. But anyway, moving on, because it's usually the trolls that get all the attention. I just fell into it myself. But then another comment says, can't even bowl in peace. Waited 20 minutes. Whoever the shooter is will get charged for premeditated homicide. This is so tragic. first degree for sure. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, and then this person said, what kind of bitch pulls a piece on a female over a bowling ball? Fragile egos out here killing everybody. I mean, that's true. It is unfortunate that you have people where I don't know what kind of ego or what amount of pride would make you feel the need to kill someone to prove a point. And it's a shame that we don't value life. There's a total lack of empathy in the world, and it's awful that people, behave in that way. And then this person said, makes you think we should totally rethink background checks for gun owners should be a mental health assessment. That's all well and good. However, the issue is that when it comes to gun control, the only people who adhere to those laws are law abiding citizens. So, unfortunately, when you have someone who's a loose cannon, I imagine they're probably not a law abiding citizen, or they weren't beforehand. Obviously, they committed murder. They're not one now. But I would assume that someone who's such a loose cannon is probably not going to abide by gun control laws. So, if anything, I would say that if you have the misfortune of having a dispute where someone then attacks you, it would be better, or it would have been better for Lakevia to have a weapon. Perhaps she might have been able to defend herself, maybe so, maybe not, but I would rather have her be able to have a gun to defend herself than to not. But without getting too political, that's my issue, or that's my stance on that. And someone said, this is sad, and anybody that think this is funny, go to hell for real. It's unfortunate. It's a lack of empathy. People actually celebrate having a lack of empathy. So the evergreen aspect that I can add to this video, because obviously this killing is current events, but I think the deeper issue is not only the lack of empathy, but the fact that we celebrate a lack of empathy. We celebrate a lack of connection. We celebrate not talking to people. We celebrate not responding to people. We celebrate cutting people off. I mean, we celebrate disregard. We celebrate those who can disregard other people. So essentially, we're celebrating a lack of humanity. So that's pretty much it. I mean, ultimately, these comments are, illustrating that point and basically saying that it's unfortunate that you could just say, oh, well, they fucked around and found out. Like, found out what? Whoever predicts that they're going to find that out 20 minutes later after an argument? You should be able to express yourself, or you should be able to have a disagreement without worrying about, getting shot 20 minutes later. So that's ridiculous. But anyway, that's the end of the comments. This has been Time and Space, TNS, with another episode of Talk and Scroll. Y'all take it easy.